I am watching a new video today, so I'm gonna watch this one. I don't know, but I just like it.
Philza. From surviving for 5 years without dying to creating some of the most jaw-dropping builds in hardcore Minecraft, Phil has established himself as one of the most notable players to play the game. So join me as I take you on a journey through his career telling the legend of Philza. Phil started his channel in December 2006, and YouTube was a much different place. The platform had just been purchased by Google less than a month earlier and was barely a year old. At the time, the gaming community was much smaller and was mostly confined within the games themselves and small online forums rather than on major platforms like those we see today. At the time, 18-year-old Phil was like most other 18-year-olds and enjoyed playing video games such as Halo 2, which happened to be what his first video was about. As the years passed, Phil continued to post the occasional Halo video as well as videos on Skate 2 and 3, Sonic, GTA, Killtack, and Mirror's Edge. He also began to play these games live on Justin TV, which later evolved into Twitch. But nothing seemed to catch on. And for his first 5 years, he continued to stream and upload funny clips and moments from his gameplay. But something happened in November 2011 that would change the course of his channel and YouTube forever.
Oh, look, you heard a voice crack.
Minecraft took the world by storm, becoming an instant hit following its release. Its unique style and open-world nature had a sense of freedom that appealed to many. One of these people was Phil. Although he had enjoyed playing video games for many years, there was always a new game on the horizon that he would move to. No game seemed to stick for more than a few years. No game until Minecraft. Immediately, Phil took a great liking to the game, specifically the game mode of Hardcore. If you aren't familiar with Hardcore Minecraft, it's pretty simple. The game is locked on the hardest difficulty, and if you die a single time, you can't respawn and are forced to either spectate the world or delete the world for good. Phil loved the risk involved with Hardcore, and the idea that at any moment he could lose everything. To him, this made everything he did feel more meaningful than if he could just respawn with no consequences. And before long, he took to YouTube, creating his very first series of Hardcore Minecraft. Phil uploaded his very first Hardcore video on February 7th, 2012. And needless to say, it was a rough start.
Ah! I've got no sword! Oh my god, I'm gonna die. No! No! Oh god!
A week later, Phil came prepared and determined to make it through the first night, which proved to be a difficult task in the early days of the game. He began his new journey by chopping a few trees and crafting some wooden tools. This time making sure to craft a sword and quickly upgrade to stone in case he needed to fight. And after gathering some food, Phil set out to make a shelter for the night. He made his way to the mouth of a cave and decided he would explore for a bit and set up camp inside. At first, he was hesitant to enter, hearing the monsters that lied ahead. But using his sword, he made quick work of everything in his way. For the rest of episode 1, Phil continued to mine and fight his way through the depths of the cave until
Don't look at that. It's nothing important. Oh, fuck.
he he decided to wall off a small section and settle down for the night. Satisfied with his accomplishments, Phil ended his first successful hardcore video. Over the next few episodes, Phil would continue to explore his cave and mine, managing to acquire a full set of iron armor and tools. Now feeling very confident at his ability to fight, Phil returned to the surface and began exploring his world. He crossed forests and oceans looking for the perfect place to call home. And in episode 9, his days of exploration finally led him to the foot of a mountain. Immediately, he knew this was the perfect place to stay and constructed his first official home. After this, some more underground exploring ensued where he managed to find a zombie spawner and mineshaft, followed by his very first diamonds. And with his sword in hand, Phil entered the Nether for the very first time, knowing that one false step could end his journey for good. He traversed the fiery wasteland, crossing lakes of lava and fighting off gas until he found himself at the foot of a strange building. Immediately, he knew he found what he was looking for and began to explore the fortress. He traveled the maze of hallways, slaying every blaze in his path with the draw of his bow until he had everything he needed and returned home. Everything was going well, and Phil, who had died on episode 1 the previous attempt, now stood on his 30th episode. And he knew that before long he would have to take the biggest risk of the entire series. Phil stood in the daring halls of the stronghold. He knew what lied beyond the portal, but it didn't make it any less terrifying. And before he went for the dragon, he knew he had to prepare. Because if he failed, everything he worked for would be lost with the click of a button. He set up a house in a village next to the stronghold and immediately began to prepare for the final battle. He learned to brew potions, scoured forests to create an army of dogs, and continued to pile better and better enchantments onto his armor. Finally, he returned home to the mountain to gather any left supplies and to say goodbye in case he didn't make it back. He made his way across the world and back to the portal. Finally, he would face the ultimate challenge. And in episode 70, a full month after his first failed attempt at hardcore, philza placed the final eye in the portal and jumped through to slay the dragon. He spawned on a mostly concealed underground platform and, following a quick scare by the dragon, mined a staircase to the surface of the end. Towers of obsidian rose high into the sky and a beam of light connected to the dragon as he glided by. Immediately, Phil drew his bow and began shooting down the crystals. He launched arrows as far as he could into the dark sky, swinging his sword as the dragon rushed in to attack. Slowly but surely, the dragon's health dropped. Before long, the dragon rushed in one last time. Quickly, Phil aimed his bow, sending the final arrow spiraling into the head, killing it. And with that, Phil had for the first time beat Minecraft without dying. Following his victory, Phil entered the portal to return to the overworld and was sent all the way back to spawn far from his home in the mountain. Being completely lost, he just decided to end the video, and having completed the game, Phil decided that for now, this would be the end of the series. Over the following months, Phil would continue to upload Minecraft content, creating a mod series titled Modtacular Minecraft, playing various adventure maps, as well as creating a few non-Minecraft videos.
Watch drumming tutorials without Wi-Fi and jam uninterrupted.
No.
Try our
And continue the series. After reviewing footage, he retraced his steps, eventually
Just wait a bit. Just wait. Okay, thanks. Got it.
finding his way back to his home in the village outside the end portal. His plan was to continue to build and prepare to fight the new boss that had been added to the game, the Wither. He started by making a mob
just that garbage. I don't need that video, but okay. Oh, what else? What else? Okay, so I'm gonna end the recording soon because it's gonna take a lot of space on my phone. So, yeah.
Grinder using the skeleton spawner outside the village.